It was massively disappointing, obviously not to get into the Premier League 'cause it's the best league in the world. And when we see Wolves now, playing against the Man U's and the Liverpools, it hurts a little bit. But that's gone now. Last season we were unlucky in the final. It was a great season for us last year with the 2 cup runs. So hopefully we can carry on this season, and with the experience of the big games last year, take that into this season, and hopefully be pushing towards the Premiership end of this season.
It has, yeah. We're difficult. I had a terrible summer losing Kevin Blackwell, my assistant, and the fitness coach Riddle, and then obviously having to get 7 or 8 players as well. It was the worst summer I've had in 20 years, I think, for my family. But I got over the disappointment and then got working hard on bringing the right players and getting the right staff in, and I've been delighted with the response, really. And I think if anything, we're a bit stronger in the squad, but we have had quite horrific injuries at the start of the season. So to be hanging in there or thereabouts at this stage, I'm quite pleased.
A lot of people would have been watching us after the season we had last year and seeing if it was a fluke and if we could carry on. And it's one or two ways you can go when you come back after the season like that. You come into pre-season and you can either be a little bit still deflated and hang over on what's gone on, or we can come back and try to prove people that it wasn't a fluke, and we've got additions to the squad and we're going to go on and better that. And I think the way we've started so far, even though it's a hell of a long way to go yet, I think we've shown that we're capable and up for the challenge again.
All the players have contributed that we brought in. It's been they fitted in with the squad, and we're always looking to improve. We haven't got a lot of money, as everybody knows, but we've got a great dressing room and the spirit's shown, and we've played some good football. We probably haven't been as lethal as we should in front of goal, but nothing changes in that respect. I've never had a 20 goal a season, lad, but you never know, there might be one round the corner.
If the eyes of the footballing world were indeed on Sheffield United, looking to see whether the disappointment of defeat would have blunted the Blades' ambition, they would have learned little enough from the season's opening home game against Gillingham. A 0-0 draw in August's sweltering heat was witnessed by more than 20,000, a sign that the fans' excitement at least was undiminished. And the game had its moments, with chances for Michael Tong and newcomer Chris Morgan. But overall, Neil Warnock's prophecy of a less than pretty game was fulfilled.
United hunting that deadlock breaker. Alisson! Oh, Wayne's World was not excellent there. Alisson attempts to control. Leicester to pursue that one. Here's Peter Undlove. Beautiful control. A great run from the Zimbabwean. Alisson again up into the air. And a good astute save low to his left by the Gillingham keeper.
United opened their Carling Cup campaign with a 2-1 win at Macclesfield.
Here's a chance, Leicester's onside! And would you believe it, after being under so much pressure, Sheffield United break and score. Jack Leicester's first for the club.
That's the difference, because this is quality. The ball from Tong is something else. Watch the run from Leicester across the line. He's definitely onside. He can look at the 2 centre-backs in his view, and then it's about the finish. Try and make it comfortable. The goalkeeper comes out, the run's perfection, the timing of it's superb, and then he makes that little bit so easy. Just plays it with the outside of his boot into the far corner, no problem.
And this time the flag's down, and Whittaker could equalise before half-time. He has done. Ward with a layoff. Montgomery. Now is he tripped by Smith? He was. It's a penalty.
He just hangs his leg. Look, Dave Smith, I didn't mean to foul him. I just put my leg out towards the ball, and he's actually tripped over my leg rather than me stuck it out. Look. Oh, God, that's a trip. Spotted it. Well done, referee. Don't care how anguished you are. He's hooked him up there.
Well, Michael Brown, of course, missed a penalty for Sheffield United in their playoff final defeat. Brown isn't playing. Jack Leicester has already scored his first goal for Sheffield United from open play. Now he has the chance to win this tie. Well, he scored, and Sheffield United are closing in on a place in the second round of the Carling Cup.
Well, this is one of them penalties as a goalkeeper. Even if you go the right way, you have to have big, strong hands to try and save this. And to be fair to Myhill, he reads it to his left-hand side watch, but look at the power and the thump in that. And it's very, very hard to save when the power and the accuracy is as good as that.
If little could be gleaned from the scoreline against Gillingham, the away point earned at promotion favourites West Ham was more significant.
Jermaine Defoe, the jewel in the Hammer's crown. All denied by the upright, and they can't force it in. Super work from the England under-21 international. And a great save from Paddy Kenny, actually, onto the post. McCall. United growing in belief, and Leicester drives it over the bar. Super work from Leicester. Hutchison lunged in there, but Leicester comes away with it. Oh, was he brought down in the box? Well, Hutchison claims it was outside. United unlucky not to get a spot kick there.
A battling professional performance and a well-earned point. 3 more shortly followed, with a visit to the lane of Norwich City.
Here's Stuart McCall. Jack Leicester. Allison's chip. Build-up work from United. Leicester just can't get the shot away. Now he can. Didn't quite get the connection he would have liked though. McCall industrious as always. Now a trademark bursting run from Michael Brown. And Jack Leicester has another chance. But Green denies him again in the Norwich goal. Kenny's clearance. Up goes Peter and Love. Touch of Had Tennis. And Love. Typically mercurial. And too good for Fleming, who's down injured. McCall with the chip. Here's Phil Jagielka, second bite of the cherry, off the bar, and Robert Page drives home for Sheffield United's first league goal of the season. And it was well worth the wait. Super work from Jagielka, and Page follows it up. Norwich looking for the leveller. Won't get it like that though. And Wayne Allison. The ball in. Leicester, first time shot. And Green, who's had a super game, comes to Norwich's rescue again.
The result, with its solitary goal, briefly made Rob Page the club's leading scorer of the campaign. Who'd have thought it was the skipper's first strike for the club in 97 appearances?
Yeah, we have to get some chances, don't we, to take just one, but it was enough. I thought we deserved to get the win today. I thought we should have scored a couple of times, just seconds before Robert put it in, but it wasn't to be. But nice to see it hit the back of the net and up and running.
What a finish from Robert Page.
Yeah, it's been coming. I think he's he's prolific now, isn't he? It's his first one in since he's been at the club, 3 years, I think. So I think the lads are giving him a bit of ribbon in there.
Yeah, delighted. Yeah, over the moon with that. A little bit of pressure on myself because he scored in against Grimsby at the end of last year, so I knew I had to produce somehow, and for it to be the winner as well was extra special. And it was a nice day out.
Yeah, Norwich, every season they seem to be pushing for the playoffs. At the beginning of the season, I don't think they had a brilliant start, and we managed to beat them 1-0. So every game's important. You know, we've had a couple of good results down at Palace. You know, with 10 men. Jags was in net, so yeah, that was pretty funny, and you know, we've picked up some good points.
Not so much a football game as a drama next, with United's visit to Selhurst Park and the much-fancied early table toppers Crystal Palace.
And it's Peter Undlove on the 18-minute mark, and what a coolly taken goal. Here's Dougie Freedman over in the box, and it's a penalty for Crystal Palace, as one the United players protest. Neil Shipley, great save from Paddy Kenny. He guessed the right way, and he deserves the congratulations from Robert Page. Alisson, oh brilliant! Well, if he intended that, it's a truly remarkable goal. 2-0 up just before half time, and surely Crystal Palace's unbeaten run about to come to an end. A two-footed lunge by Michael Brown, and a straight red card. He can't believe what's happening to him, Michael Brown. Is that a grin or a grimace? Paddy Kenny doesn't look like he'll be able to continue for Sheffield United. And there's no keeper on the bench. Andrew Johnson, past one challenge, brought down right on the edge of the box. It's Mike Whitlow, the sub, who's fouled him, and Palace have a chance to get a foothold back in the game. Phil Jagielka, the makeshift keeper, can he make a name for himself? Andrew Johnson, he won the penalty, he converted it.
Sure was, yes. I mean, to be 1-up and then save a penalty, Paddy Kenny, then he gets carried off and Jaggy goes in goal. There's no goalie on the bench. Then we score again in injury time, first half, for Michael Brown to get sent off. It just went on and on, another penalty and a few more penalty appeals near the end. So to win a game like that was a tremendous lift for us, and they'd won every game up to that point. So you know, we've sort of took a step forward after that result, and I think we've consolidated quite well.
That was all about spirit. Even though we played some good stuff as well, it was all about spirit. Obviously Paddy coming off and Jags going in goal, and then down to 10 men with Brownie off, and that was a good, you know, really, I mean, sometimes character's used a lot in football, probably too much, but that was one of the games you could say, yeah, really great character in the side, spirit, everyone were blocking, tackles, you know, and working hard, and you know, that was probably more pleasing than the result, yeah.
Well, every scenario we had to cover there. I mean, the keeper, like you said, the keeper gets taken off. A penalty first half saved. Jags goes in goal, another penalty. It was unbelievable. But it was one of those where, you know, at this club now, not only have we got players that are good on the ball and can score, you know, fantastic goals individually, as a team, we're very, very hard to beat. And, you know, I think the attitude of the players against Palace in that particular occasion just proved to everybody what we're all about.
Coventry were the next visitors.
And there's a real chance here inside that Sheffield United penalty area, and the referee says no penalty against Kozluk. A long look there, and the Coventry fans are booing, that's for sure. Alisson and Undlove inside the 6-yard area. Tom's got another chance here, and it's not a bad one. It's off the inside of the upright, and Sheffield United should have been ahead through Chris Morgan, who is still shaking his head in disbelief. Paddy Boland lances the header down. Suffo latches onto the ball, and he'll try and drive in here now and tease it up. They've enough around here to make it count. Doyle, it's McAllister, and Paul Gerrard makes the save to
to deny Gary McAllister a rare goal these days. Here's Adebola again, and he's got Suffo through. It's Adebola, and again Gerrard makes the stop. Suffo comes in and nearly embarrasses Payne. Well, both defences have been opened up regularly, and nobody's taken advantage as yet. Sheffield United's turn. Undlove into the area. Down he goes, and the referee's giving the penalty. Davenport and Mansouri were both there together. Undlove went to ground. Mr. Crick has awarded the penalty to Sheffield United here. 6 or 7 minutes before half-time. But what is the decision to be for Mansouri? That's the important thing. Davenport is still protesting. Mansouri is shown yellow. But it's 1-0 United. Michael Brown kept his nerve, and Sheffield United have the lead against Coventry City. Suffo. Strong here, Patrick Suffo. He's taking the game to Sheffield United and has scored against them. Patrick Suffo, an absolute ripper of a shot. Too hot for Gerrard, and of all places for him to score his first goal for Coventry City, he's chosen Bramall Lane. Barrett now for Coventry. They're looking for a winner here with Gary McAllister. He'll unleash the shot, and he nearly scored as well. It hit the back stanchion. And here is Wayne Allison now, looking to turn Davenport, looking to bring Tong into play. Tong is into the play. Still Michael Tong. Jagielka's cross ball, easily met by Konjic. Oh, well won back by Jagielka. Here will go Tong again. Almost looks like he's running out of steam, Michael Tong, but he's not. In towards Allison, it's a back post header!
A first goal in front of the Bramall Lane crowd for Sheffield-born Jack Lester, and a welcome opportunity for Michael Brown to put behind him his last penalty-taking experience, which had been at the Millennium Stadium.
Yeah, they've started well. Peter and I've got a few, and no, it's always nice to get goals, but all the boys are chipping in, and it's been a good start so far.
Are you quite relieved that the pressure's off your shoulders in a bit?
I'm relieved that the other boys are getting goals. As I say, that there is a little bit of pressure on myself because the fans do get a little bit itchy and they want you to start scoring everything like they did last year. I mean, we're never going to really repeat the 22 goals, but I'm still setting myself a target of 10, which I did last year as well. But I expect a little bit of pressure, but I don't mind that also.
The run of 3 victories had taken United to 3rd position in the league by the end of the opening month, with only the bookies' favourites West Bromwich Albion taking more points. We won't make too much of United's undefeated status. It was soon to be lost at Nottingham Forest.
Marlon Howard up against Robert Page. And it's a penalty. On the half-hour mark, Forest with the chance to forge ahead. Howard versus Gerrard. Oh, he guessed the right way, and that's agonising for the United keeper. Howard is quite happy to have scored, I think. Here come United and Michael Tong. Allison. Tong will pick it up again, and surely that's a penalty, yes. Good work from Michael Tong, linking up with Allison, and United have a chance to hit back. 9 minutes into the second half, Mr. Cool himself, Peter Undlove, never in doubt. Well, they never fail to produce drama, do they? Games between Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest. Here come United again. Pesky Salido tries to forge his way through. A hopeful clearance, but Page has got to be careful. Howard's got the better of him, looking for his second of the game. And Forest back in front. Marlon Howard, their hero. Reed, oh, super finish from Reed, and that should seal the points.
Predictably, the largest home crowd of the season so far gathered for the match against local rivals Rotherham, and what a treat lay in store for them.
A spine-tingling atmosphere at Bramall Lane for the South Yorkshire derby. Pesky Solido chases it down, but Pollitt fires away for the Millers. United looking bright in the early stages. Pesky Solido, as always, a busy little figure. Michael Tong. Montgomery turns. Playing the patient passing game for the time being, United, as McCall stabs forward. It'll break for Pesky Solido, will it? And Michael Tong into the area. Oh, and through the legs of Mike Pollitt. And first blood to the Blades. Michael Tong with some quality, but Pollitt will have hoped to have saved that one. McCall's header after the drive from Tong. Pesky Solido, well, he got the break, but boy did he make the most of it. They just couldn't scramble the ball away. It sat up invitingly, and it was an invitation that Pesky Solido took. Pesky Solido again trying to win the header. McCall's volley, Peter Undlove will look to torment the Millers' rearguard. Well, the finish didn't quite match the run there from Undlove. United buoyant. Pesky Solido just hobbling inside the box there. Undlove with a first-time delivery. The header flashes wide from Montgomery. Darren Byfield attempts to kick-start Rotherham into gear at Bramall Lane. This is much more promising. And Byfield, who started the move, finishes it, but it will not count. Well, it was scrappy. He eventually bundled the ball home, but the referee having none of it. Oh, handball, clear handball from Paul Pesky Solido. Well, he does look a little bit like Diego Maradona, doesn't he? Pollitt clears. United bossing the derby at the moment, though. Could that Byfield disallowed goal be the turning point? Byfield tries the chipped ball, but Rotherham, huffing and puffing, can't blow that United house down. Stuart McCall lends some authority to the midfield. Pesky Solido brought down, remonstrating with the referee there, but play continues. Michael Tom puts his foot on it. Ashley Ward for Montgomery. And Undlove has some space. This is where he can wreak havoc. Ward whips it in, and surely Paul Pesky-Solino with his second goal of the game. And now it would appear that Sheffield United are out of sight. Good distance on the throw-in. The Millers frustrated again going forward. And Sheffield United, kings of South Yorkshire at the moment. Ball over the top, Pesky-Solino hunting his hat-trick. Shot attempted, here's Undlove. Oh, that's brilliant. He really is a magician, Peter Undlove. The control was instant, the finish dynamic. Rotherham, well, all it'll be is a consolation. At least Gerrard forced into some sort of save there. Pesky-Solino holding it up. Tong with the ball in. Undlove's there with a header! 5-star from Sheffield United. Undlove with his second of the game. It's all over.
Yeah, the lads have done ever so well. It was it's a local derby and it's a great atmosphere. Lovely night for football, and we scored some good goals really. And I thought we thoroughly deserved, obviously the victory.
Great way to bounce back following the disappointment of that defeat on Saturday at Forest.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there were some pluses. I thought at Forest we turned it around and then shot ourselves in the foot. So we know what we can do. But like you say, tonight was important. We got back on the roll, and we get criticised about not scoring enough goals. But I thought the forwards in particular did well tonight.
Last year we had a really tight game against Rotherham at our place. They came and they played a different formation, a defensive formation. I think Ronnie took a bit of stick at Rotherham for that, and I think he came this year and went back to his normal 4-4-2. They weren't on, a great run themselves, but our players on the night, really individual players, tore them to bits, and it was a great night, as you say, yeah.
And another goal feast at the Lane followed just 4 days later, but this time the visitors also had a contribution to make to the 8-goal thriller that was Sheffield United versus Cardiff City.
The home fans hoping for some more fireworks after that 5-0 win over Rotherham. No problem for the Cardiff keeper Alexander there. Langley for Cardiff. Earnshaw, he's a real threat. Kavanagh tries a shot, and Gerrard had to be watchful there. Tong with the corner. McCall leaves it. In goes Jagielka, just wide. Langley nods it up into the air. And a fairly stale first half brought to an end by Mike Riley, the referee. Kavanagh. Cardiff will be the happier side after the first half. Stabbed through for Earnshaw. Jagielka scrambles away. Thorne saved by Gerrard, but in goes Earnshaw, And I clocked that on 22 seconds after the restart. Michael Tong must be favourite here. Here he goes. Yes! What a riposte from Michael Tong, a truly special set piece. United lifted by that equaliser. Here's Peter Undlove. A long ranger. Oh, what a nightmare for Alexander in the Cardiff goal. But Sheffield United's Peter the Great will not care about that. Langley. Kavanagh. Thorne with the header down. Earnshaw! He is a very gifted individual. Rob Earnshaw with his second of the game. Cardiff on turns. It was a goal classic in its simplicity, and the Welsh in good voice. Earnshaw claims a handball and gets it. Boland standing over the free kick. Kavanagh's there. Langley, though, looks as though he'll be the favourite to strike it. They were ahead, then they were level, then they were behind. Now they're level. Could they forge ahead again? Cardiff City. Here goes Langley. Yes! 3-2 for Cardiff on the 69-minute mark. Whatever Michael Tong can do, Langley can do as well. Montgomery. Was there a handball there? Yes, says the referee. And another twist in the plot. This is fast turning into a classic. Peter Undlove with a chance to get his second of the game. I've never seen a more composed penalty taker than Peter Undlove. The pendulum just keeps on swinging. Alexander to clear with power. On Leicester, brilliant, can he finish it? Superb play from Jack Leicester. If that goal wins the game, then it is truly deserving of it. Beautiful stuff from Jack Leicester. Poise, panache and precision. A 7-goal thriller. Is there more drama yet? Allison leaves it for Michael Tong. Tong goes down and it's another penalty. United's second of the game, and Peter Undlove can put the issue beyond doubt. I guess that's a pregnant pause. Undlove has his hat-trick. Sheffield United have 5 goals for the second home game in succession.
Yeah, I was fortunate to play in that. You know, it was probably one of the best games I've played in. You know, there was a lot of attacking football, and it was end-to-end stuff. And you know, when they scored, we scored, and then we managed to finish, you know, with a good push. And I think we scored 3 goals in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I was impressed with Cardiff first half, and but then, you know, we come through. But you know, Cardiff are going to be one of those ones that I think are there at the end of the season as well. They've come up from the second division, and speaking to Sam Man, I know that he wants success yesterday, and you know, he gets very frustrated himself. So I think Cardiff again are going to be one of those teams up there.
Yeah, it was strange because we felt so comfy, and then you think 0-0, it's going to be a 1-0er. And then I don't think I've played in a game where there's been 8 goals in one half, so for the crowd it must have been entertaining, you know, especially after the Rotherham game the week before. So yeah, I'm sure we don't disappoint whenever we play.
It was a great game, entertaining game, up and down, and some good goals. And you know, we thought we'd lost it, we thought we'd won it, and we'd lost it again. It was one for the bite in the nails, and I'm sure the fans enjoyed that.
10 goals in less than a week's competitive football. But a 2-0 home defeat in the Carling Cup against lower division opposition, QPR, brought the Blades firmly down to earth. The squad picked themselves up for a trip to Bradford.
And it's a tight squeeze as they emerge from the tunnel. Yorkshire rivals, who will need to be on their best behaviour first and foremost today. Sheffield United have had a couple of players sent off this season, but Stuart McCall is returning to a ground where he has always been a big hero. Spell of long service for Bradford City, and he's in the starting lineup that faces them today. Here's Whitlow. He's given it away to Heckingbottom. It's a decent cross and a fantastic chance for Dean Windass.
How unlucky is this, Rob, isn't it? It's a lovely ball. I mean, actually, Mike Whitlow was the one here. He should have just put the ball out. He got dithered on it. It was good pressure. Heckingbottom with a long cross to the far post. Didn't he do well? Windass, 2 Sheffield United players around him, but he was so determined to get a header at goal and just got a little bit of height on it. Took it over the top of Paul Gerrard's goal.
It's looking for Gray with the throw. Windass! Didn't you just know it would happen? Dean Windass shows Sheffield United what they did miss in the First Division playoff final last season and opens the scoring for Bradford.
Class, Rob, nothing else to say about this. Unbelievable ability, because this is one of the hardest balls you can hit in football. It's just a long throw into the box from Gareth Edds. Sheffield United win the header, but look at that from Dean Windass on the half volley into the corner of the net. Paul Gerrard in the goal, absolutely no chance. Ball curling away from him all the time. Great skill to keep that ball down. Get your head over the ball, keep the ball low. Flew into the corner there, and his reaction afterwards, well, I'm sure he had a quick look at Neil Warnock and that Sheffield United bench just to say, look what you're missing.
First goal since his return to Bradford City for Dean Windass. And it's almost like he's been saving it up for this fixture. Here's Branch. Oh, he's taken down, is he? The referee says no. There seemed to be a tangle there with Whitlow. Branch can't believe it. Sheffield United maybe get lucky there.
Well, I think there was a touch, no question, but I thought it was outside the box. But the referee, once again, he was quite close to the action. He decided there was nothing in it.
Here's Summerby. Gavin. Oh, that was a risky ball, and he's put them under pressure here. It's Ashley Ward. Ball wasn't the best for Brown. Now, was there a hand there? Weatherall leaned down. Undlove! He's done it! Peter Undlove reaches a landmark in the English game. His 100th goal in English football. Undlove is flying at the moment, and Sheffield United are level.
What a response from Sheffield United, Rob. No question about this. What a finish from this man. And it all comes from a bad pass out there from Jason Gavin. Ashley Ward, not the best ball to Michael Brown, but they just don't clear the lines. They take so long. They're dithering on, getting the ball away out the danger zone. Comes to Peter Undlove with his right foot, bends it into the far corner. Beresford, no chance.
Bradford just have to get on with it now. It's Somerby's corner. Windass off the line. Rob Kozluk, the man on the post, comes to Sheffield United's aid. Brown. And there's Emmanuel. This is Etz.
Well, once again, Dean Windass, he's causing all sorts of problems in the Sheffield United defence. That's a fabulous header. The importance of having someone on the line. Rob Kozluk, it's a good header down, but here's Kozluk doing what good defenders should do, clearing the ball off the line. Excellent defending.
Here's Tong. Pesky Solido, and it's almost broken for Ward. Tong, McCall! What a way to mark his return to Valley Parade. It's the former Bradford hero who spent 10 years here, who has scored for Sheffield United.
He's not celebrating though, is he? Stuart McCall. He's done well here because he hasn't really got forwards virtually all match. But look at him there, he's in the middle of the goal. Michael Tong plays a little 1-2. Rather fortunate with the deflections that's flying about everywhere. Tong with the final pass to Stuart McCall.
Evans ignores Heckingbottom. Back across by Gray. There's a missed kick by Harley. Windass tries to keep the pressure on. Oh, and he takes a wild kick at Michael Brown. It's a crazy act by Dean Windass. Is it going to spoil his day completely? What's the card going to be here from the referee? It's red. It was an act of sheer stupidity from Dean Windass, whose day against his old club started so well with a goal against them. But an act of madness, he just lost his head there and kicked out at Michael Brown, has seen it end crazily.
Yeah, well, as I say, I had to do something right that day. I had probably one of my worst games for a long time. Just one of them days. And it was nice to get the winner, nice to score, but it was just nice, as I say, to do something, right. I think it was the 50-odd minute, 51st minute, something. And, we went on to get 3 valuable points without playing particularly well.
Didn't see it give you great pleasure though, did it, really, scoring against Bradford City?
I mean, a lot were made about that. I mean, the lads jumped on me, so I didn't have a chance to celebrate anyway. But as I say, I was generally just annoyed with myself for having such a poor game. It was more frustration. I was just deep down I was pleased to get the goal, but I thought, right, come on, get your finger out now and start playing. And thankfully the team as well, we performed a lot better second half and got the 3 points.
But I think it's just a little bit ironic that he scored against his old club, and one that he's got a lot of time and respect for. And I spoke to the lads after, and he didn't really celebrate due to down to respect of the fans and the staff there. But he deserves it. He's been a fantastic signing the last couple of years. Obviously the gaffers realised that, and he's played a massive part of the success we've had so far.
This from a player who'd contemplated retirement in the close season.
I think the boost was, a close season coming back, and we thought we'd lose maybe, Jags or Brownie or Tongy, but the board and the manager's been able to keep him here, and that was a big lift to everyone. And we've added, some good quality players as well, so it's looking good.
Many people probably expected you to hang your boots up last year. What made you stay?
No, I did hang them up, and the gaffer got them back and put them back on me. But no, I just because I enjoyed last season so much, and I thought this season we'll come back and see how it goes. I enjoyed doing the reserves and that, but managed to play a few games as well. So it's just enjoyment of playing football, and with so many good players around, it makes life a lot easier.
Yeah, a few things happened in the summer, and then I've come through for a week, spent a week with the lads, and decided, I got treated unbelievably well. All the lads are down to earth, give me a load of stick for being an old croak and all the rest of it like you do, and I felt like I'd been here for a long time, so I thought, it'd be nice to play football here with a smile on your face.
Everyone thinks Wits is older than me, so I'll let him carry on thinking that, and Chief as well. But I think football's just about enjoyment, and as long as you're enjoying it and doing a decent job for the club, then good. But if I wasn't playing week in, week out, then it's great for the young kids coming through. I like to see that happening as well. So it's not all about me, but I love playing, and if I'm getting selected, I'll do my best.
The month ended with a visit to Wimbledon's new home at the National Hockey Stadium in Milton Keynes and a 2-1 victory in front of just 6,000 fans.
Nolan to hit it, and Milton Keynes misery for United on 49 minutes. The header from Ashley Ward, and it's there! United level just past the hour mark. Can they go on and record the victory? Up goes Undlove. Michael Brown. Tong will chase and stride over halfway. Control from Pesky Salido. Neat flowing football from United. Can they find the killer thrust? Brilliant work from Tong. Pesky Salido into the corner.
4 victories and 12 points in September put United at the top of the First Division. But a testing month lay ahead, with games against second-place West Bromwich Albion and Wigan Athletic lying third on the calendar. Surprisingly, it was to be those 2 games that brought October's only additions to the points tally, and the month opened with a 0-1 defeat at the Lane against Sunderland. Another team looking to return immediately to the Premiership, West Brom was sure to provide tough opposition.
McCall for Tong. Ward's there. Tong continues, and it's in for United. It's not boing boing Baggies, it's behind Baggies. Michael Tong growing in stature as a footballer with every game he plays. The Welshman. And he's tipped it over the bar there as Gerrard, I think, guards so Rose. And it was a good touch from the keeper. West Brom applying the pressure. Rob Hulse into the side netting. From some angles that might have looked a goal. And Hulse knows just what a presentable opportunity that was. Come United again. Peter Undlove. Great run down the right by Montgomery, and Ashley Ward applies a subtle finish. United 2 goals to the good, and the home fans were not expecting this. Montgomery made wonderful strides, and Ward did the rest. United 2 goals to the good then in this battle of Division 1's high flyers. Can they continue their good play in the second half? Anywhere will do this time. The referee waves play on, and Neil Clement has some time. He's got a dangerous left boot, and Lee Hughes is denied by a sprawling Gerrard in the United goal.
For Neil Warnock, this was the best performance of the season to date.
because of the strength of that team, West Brom. I think they're the favourites this year to go up automatic. And to go down there and play like we did, it wasn't a lucky result. It was a well-deserved quality performance, and we thoroughly deserved the victory. So it was the way we played that night that I think that we quietened the crowd down, and like you say, probably the best away performance while I've been at the club.
I think we went to West Brom, won 2-0, and I don't think really if I had a long-range header they had a chance, and they were flying high at the time. So I think more often that one. But then we've gone and let ourselves down after that. We've got to kick on from there now and put the last few behind us and play like that every week. It'd be great, but as you know and I know, it doesn't happen, but it would be nice.
But 4 days later, defeat at Millwall's New Den, and the third consecutive away game took the Blades to Wigan, surprisingly a contender for top spot.
Can he square it to Horsfield? Horsfield scores! Inside the opening 4 minutes, Jeff Horsfield, his 5th goal for the Latics, and immediately breaks the deadlock.
Throwing down the line quickly by Michael Brown. This is Jack Lester. Inside 2 challenges, and he's got away from Nicky Eaton as well inside the penalty area. Jack Lester, he scores! Unbelievably, Jack Lester has grabbed a dramatic late equaliser here for Sheffield United. The throw was quickly taken by Michael Brown down the near side. It was some 10 yards in advance of where the ball went out of play.
United were again showing their staying power and ability to come back in the later stages of the game.
You can understand why they lose so many goals at home. They get ahead. Unfortunately, we let them score early on, 4 or 5 minutes, and then they stick in there. They've probably not got the individual flair that we've got on our side, but they don't have to work hard for each other. And again, I think most teams might have gone route one against them, but we kept playing as football and we got it down on the deck, created a couple of chances, and Jack come on and scored a wonderful goal.
Back at Bramall Lane in front of the TV cameras for an unaccustomed Friday evening game, the Blades went down to a 2-1 defeat to Reading. It was just 6 minutes into the game that Williams headed past the exposed Gerrard to put the visitors ahead. But their lead was to be short-lived. 3 minutes later, McCall took a quick free kick, Michael Brown put in the cross, and Ashley Ward forced the ball home from 6 yards. The scoring was all over in the first half. Forster escaped his markers and launched an unstoppable shot from the edge of the box. United 1, Reading 2. The month's 3 defeats had damaged United's standing in the table and made clear the magnitude of the task facing them if they were to win automatic promotion.
I think West Ham away, West Brom away, fantastic results, and the way we played in both those games as well. And we've had some tough games to say how many we've played now, and other teams are going to have to go to these places. Crystal Palace, Forest, really tough places to go. So I think now we've got to sort of we've slipped up a couple of home matches, and we've got to get back on song. The crowd have got to help us, and we've got to make Bramall Lane a fortress again, and then get the points on board to give everybody else a good game.
November began with a draw at Stoke City, and again it was a case of rescuing a point in the last minute of the game.
It was Gift and Noel Williams who got the scoring touch. Stoke playing with considerable swagger here at the Britannia Stadium. Over the head of Adi Akinbaye. He's continued the run, and he's timed his leap to perfection, and Stoke City are 2 goals to the good. Thomas and Leicester jostling for the ball there. Thomas goes down, and the referee might be taking action here. He's feeling for his notebook, and Thomas is off. Perplexed looks all round from the Stoke City camp. Kozlok with the up and under. Leicester challenging away in the box. Here's Kozlok from a tight angle. How did he score from there? Ed de Hoy can't believe it. He's an unlikely scorer, Rob Kozlok. Michael Tong. A penetrative run. Leicester, was he brought down? Yes, and a penalty for Sheffield United right at the end of the game. It's Leicester versus Ed de Hoy. Can United snatch a point? Yes, they can! And how important might that point be come the end of the season?
On the following Tuesday, the first of two home games that offered the chance to climb back up the league. First Crewe, and then Burnley came to the Lane.
Tong has Love available. Stuart McCall. United playing the patient passing game here. Good break for Love. An unconvincing clearance from Ince. Alan Wright. And Armstrong, with the aid of the upright, gives Sheffield United the lead. Ashley Ward with good control, and quite a fierce shot, but Clayton Ince equal to it. Good run from Leicester. Onto his right boot. That's a super save. He must have seen it late Ince there. Leicester. McCall will try and get the cross in. United probing away, and a handball given by the referee, Mr. Cooper, and a penalty for the Blades. Here's Leicester then from 12 yards out. You'd have to back him, and he makes no mistake. Playing out the dying embers of the game here at Bramall Lane. Pesky Saliba was tricky there. A free kick for United. Tong will take it. Tried to catch Ince unawares. That's another good save from the Crewe keeper. And a goal in each half is enough for Sheffield United.
Yeah, we've played quite well in the last few games at home, but we got beat. So I said tonight I'd rather not play so well and win tonight. But I thought we played very well tonight. I think we thoroughly deserved it. I thought we got stronger as the game went on, really. But just couldn't get the goals, what we deserved, really. I thought we deserved a few more goals tonight, but we've never made easy work of scoring.
That first goal really changed the complexion of the game because they'd been well in it up till the 20th minute, hadn't they?
Yeah, I think you could see they've had a good run, haven't they? 4 or 5 games without defeat, and they came here, they were pushing the ball around, and we were a bit sloppy as we have been for the last few weeks starting a game. But I thought once we got into the spread of it, the goal actually gave us a little bit of an impetus, and I thought from that moment on, we always looked likely winners tonight.
Paul Gerrard's never had a quieter half in the second half, has he?
No,
we touched it once, didn't
No, we did play well second half. We did last week at Stoke second half as well. We've got to try and do that for 90 minutes though, that's the trouble. But it was nice to get a clean sheet. I don't think we've had a clean sheet for 10 games, so I've been told. So it was important tonight that we did well at that end, but took the opportunity.
Chris Armstrong did well.
Yes, he did. That's his first full game there. He played the first game of the season in a different system, but I thought he's done. He's been waiting and been very patient, and he's done well when he's come in.
So nicely tucked in at the end of all that, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. We had some hard games, and we've got a tough one on Saturday against Burnley, and then a couple of weeks to get over things. And with the Walsall game being off, so I think we're shaping up looking in a good position at the moment.
Well, Alan Wright seems to be taking free kicks every other minute at the moment, and here's the latest. Oh, and a mistake here might have let in Undlove. It's Peter Undlove. Oh, and an exciting moment certainly, but one that fails to produce a goal for Ashley Ward. Well, Burnley are being kept penned in here. There look to be a lot of grey shirts around and not as many red ones somehow. McCall. Ward might get a touch on this. He will turn on it, certainly. Surely there's no way through here for Ward, though. It breaks to McCall. Quick switch to Armstrong. Armstrong through for Tong. And Tong's straightforward drive produces a straightforward stop for Jensen in the Burnley goal. Kozluk. That's a more measured ball. United have a chance here with Undlove, who produces a shot which is hard and low, but straight at the keeper. Launched by Kozluk. Up for it goes Ward. Into the action comes Leicester. It'll drop here for Armstrong. Armstrong! Well, the man who pinged his first goal for the club during the week against Crewe nearly pots in another one. Clearly got a taste for it now. And Chris Armstrong, meeting it with his favoured left foot, lashes the ball just over the top of the Burnley bar. Big cheer for the referee's decision to award Sheffield United this free kick, which they can't take quickly. Grant made sure McCall couldn't do that. Always frustrating when that happens. Ward will get a header in. Oh, and there's a ricochet. It's a gift for Michael Tong, and he won't have an easier goal to score than that all season. Desperate for Burnley's defence, and Stan Turnant stands hands on hips, cannot believe it.
Yeah, I thought we deserved it over the game, but when it's only 1-0, you always start thinking they're going to get an opportunity. But fortunately, that didn't really arise, and I thought we defended ever so well today. The goal was scrappy, but I thought we had some great chances, to have won it earlier. But it was a good game.
But in certain seasons you get games like this, don't you? And a goal like that could be crucial at the end of the season.
I mean, like I say, I thought we deserved it, but it needed a little bit of something like that to break the stalemate, because it looked a little bit like we were going to go in at 0-0, and it just came at the right time. It gave everybody a lift, and I thought we were a lot better second half and dominated it again.
And probably should have won it 2-0, but Jensen made a fantastic save from Pescatello's header.
As good as I've seen, yeah. It was like watching Dean Kiley, my old goalie, on telly the other day, making a couple of brilliant saves. It was a fantastic save. He had no right to get to it, but and a great dribble from Chrissy Armstrong second half. I think If he'd have gone on his own, I think the guy would have sold him, you know. But I think he'd done too many dribbles by that time.
Well, he's had a goal this week, hasn't he? He's getting a bit of a taste for it, and he's enjoying first team action.
He was just a little bit excited in the first half. He wasn't himself, but we calmed him down and said just play his own game really. I thought a lot better second half, more himself and very assured.
It's been a good week for you, and all managers love clean sheets, and to have 2 in a week is a dream for you.
It does after the way we started the season. Then we really started shipping goals in left, right and centre, and we've worked hard on the training ground. I think you can see that today. We were a lot solid, and because they've got some good players, you know, they've got players that will cause trouble against anybody. So we had to be on our toes, and I'm delighted, obviously.
The 2 wins had put United back into second place, but with 1 more game played than Albion or Norwich in first and third. In keeping his talented squad together after the disappointment of the playoff defeat, Neil Warnock had surmounted a major hurdle. A sound start to the season was a vital next step, and no one has any doubts about the journey's end.
Every First Division club's ambition, you know, you want to be up in the Premiership. There's probably 7 or 8 clubs, you know. We've got the young players here to establish that, you know, your Michael Tongs, your Montgomerys, Jagielka at the back's been immense so far this season, and then players want to step up with Sheffield United and do well in the Premiership with Sheffield. So, you know, I'm sure they'll want to progress along that way.
You know, there's some very good sides this year. You know, the 3 sides that came down last year. Obviously, your Norwiches, your Cardiffs. You know, they did the big spending teams, and it's going to be hard. But hopefully, towards the end of the season, you know, we've already been top this season. We know how it feels. So hopefully, we can, you know, next couple of home games, get a good run in, get back top of the league. You know, and if not, just stay there and thereabouts, and just keep pushing.
Yeah, the fans have been, you know, fantastic. The average crowd has gone up considerably. Even the first game of the season, I think we were at 5,000-6,000 on the first game of last season. So, you know, after the season we've had last year, there's a lot of expectation on our head. But you know, one that we're capable of achieving again. And you know, we don't want the playoffs this year, even though we would settle for them. We're aiming for that top 2, and we want automatic promotion.
No, it's always a great club to play for. I mean, we've had some, like last year, it was unbelievable, some of the games. But we've started so well this year. We've been hit with a lot of injuries, a lot of players, and to still be at the top of the league, it's a full credit. The gaffer keeps adding players all the time, and I think he's still looking to do that again. So it's a good sign that we're only 3 or 4 points off first position in the league with all the problems we have had as well.
And Michael Tongs, he's chipping in with a few more this year, and he had an absolute pearler against Cardiff, didn't he?
Yeah, Tongi, a couple of goals, he's doing really well, as I say. But it's good, the young lads, Jaggy and Tongi, are doing well, and I thought Monty has done extra well this year, and he's come on loads. And I think it's important for all the boys to keep going, and as I say, everyone's chipping in with the goals, and it's a good sign.
Well, I think you'd settle for the playoffs now, because, you know, with the clubs that are involved, there's far bigger and more financially, you know, well-established clubs than ourselves. I think, you know, you're going to have 10 clubs and they're all fighting for these places. But having said that, I would think that we've got as much chance as anybody of getting up there. So we need to get a little bit more consistent. We need to get Steve Cabot back and 1 or 2 of the other lads back in the squad. But, you know, who knows, we could have a decent run in.